and you make yourselves another. You jig, you ample, you lisp, and nickname God's creatures and make you wanton your ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on't. It hath made me mad. I say we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one, shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery go. Oi! What a noble mind is here o'erthrown, the courtier soldiers, scholars, eyes, tongue, sword. The expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion, and the mold of form, the observed of all observers quite down, and I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that suck the honey of this music vows. Now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oi, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen. See what I see? Love, his affections do not that way attend, nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger, which for to prevent I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England for the demand of our neglected tribute, haply the seas and countries different with variable objects, shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereon his brain so beating puts him thus from fashion of himself. What think you on't? It shall do well, but yet I do believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit after we play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him, and I'll be placed to please you in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not to England, send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think. It shall be so. Madness and great ones must not unwatched go. Nay, you will regret it. Scene 2, a hall in the castle. Speak the speech. I pray you as I pronounce it to you, trippingly on the tongue, but if you mouth it as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently, for in the very torrent tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion of tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for ordoon termagant. It's our Herod's Herod. Pray you avoid it. I warrant your honor. Excuse me?
Last time we got this pom-pom Chad.
You're excused. I'll give you that one. You're excused. Damn. Be not too tame neither, but let your I can see it in your face. You're excused. Be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with the special observance that you oversteps not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is, to hold as 'twere the mirror up to nature. To show virtue her own features, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time, his form and pressure. Now this overdone o'ercome tarty off, though it make the unskilful laugh, cannot be made the judicious grieve. The censure of which was one must in your allowances o'erweigh a whole theatre of others. Oi, the replayers that I have seen play and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that neither having the accent of Christians nor the gait of Christian pagan nor man, I have so strutted and bellowed that I have thought some of nature's journeymen had made men and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably. I hope we have reformed that indifferently with us. We reform it altogether, and let those that play your clown speak no more than is set down for them, for there be of them that with themselves laugh, to set on some quantity of barren spectators to laugh too, though in the meantime some necessary question of the play to be considered. That's villainous, and shows the most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go, make you ready. The Invisible Man. I don't know what to say to you. Over here you have an ambassador, so I mean, as we progress and move forward into deeper space here. All facts, all true. Step by step, exactly what I saw, to my best knowledge. How now, my lord? Will the king hear this piece of work? And the queen too, and that's presently. Did the players make haste? Will you two help to hasten them? We will, my lord. What ho, Horatio? Here, sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, thou art in as just a man as there my conversation path withal. Nay, stop lying. Oi, my dear lord, nay, do not think I flatter. For what advancement may I hope from thee, that no revenue hast but thy good spirits to feed and clothe thee? Why should the poor be flattered? No, let the candied tongue lick the dirt palm, and cork the pregnant hinges of the knees where thrift may follow fawning. Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, and could of men distinguish, her election hath sealed thee for herself, for thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers nothing. A man's as fortune's buffets and rewards has 10 with equal thanks, and blessed are those whose blood and judgment are so well commingled that they are not to pipe for fortune's finger. So sound what stop she please, give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core, aye, in my heart of heart, as I do thee. Something too much of this there is a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I pray thee, when you seest that act afoot, even with the very comment of thy soul, observe my uncle, his occulted guilt. Do not let itself unkennel in one speech. It's the damned ghosts that we have seen, and my imaginations are as foul as Vulcan's stithy. Give him heedful note, for mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of his seeming. Well, my lord, if he taught aught the whilst this play's plain, and 'scape detecting, I will pay the theft. They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place. How fares our cousin Hamlet? Excellent, I faith. Of the chameleon's dish, I eat the air promised crammed. You cannot feed capon so. I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine. No, nor mine now, my lord. You played once, I, the university, you say? That did I, my lord, and was accounted a good actor. And what did you enact? I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed, I, the capital Brutus killed me. It was a brute part of him to kill so capital care there. Be the players ready? Aye, my lord. They stay upon your patience. Come hither, my good Hamlet, sit by me. No, good mother, here the metal more attractive. Oh ho, do you mark that? Lady, shall I lie on your lap? No, my lord, I mean my head upon your lap. Aye, my lord, do you think I meant country matters? I think nothing, my lord. That's a fair thought to lie between maid and maid. What is, my lord? Nothing. You are merry, my lord. Who, I? Aye, my lord. Ah, God, you're only jig maker. What should a man do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within 2 hours. Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord. So long? Nay, then let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables every book now. You're like C-3PO. Oi, heavens! Died 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet? Then there's a hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. But by Our Lady, he must bide churches then, or else shall be suffered not thinking on with the hobby horse whose epitaph is, for oh, the hobby horse is forgot. Enter a king and a queen very lovingly. The queen embraces him, and he her. She kneels and makes show of prostration unto him. He takes her up and inclines his head upon her neck, lays him down upon a bank of flowers. She, seeing him asleep, leaves him. Anon comes in a fellow, takes off his crown, kisses it, and pours poison in the king's ears, and exits. The queen returns, finds the king dead, and makes passionate action. The poisoner, with some 2 or 3 mutes, comes in again, seeming to lament with her. The dead body is carried away. The poisoner woos the queen with gifts. She seems loath and unwilling a while, but in the end accepts his love. What means this, my lord? Mary, this is Mikey Malecho. It means mischief. Belike this show imports the argument of the play. We shall know by this fellow, the players cannot keep counsel, they'll tell all. Will he tell us what the show meant? Aye, or in his shows that shall show him. Be not be ashamed to show, he'll not shame to tell you what it means. You are not, I'll mark the play. For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently. Is this a prologue, or the posy of a ring? 'Tis brief, my lord, as woman's love. Full 30 times hath Fabius court gone round, Neptune soft washed and Tellus orbed ground, and 30 dozen moons, with borrowed sheen about the world half times 12/30's been, since love our hearts and hind men did our hands untie. Commutual and most sacred bands. Excuse me for a second here. So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count our ere love be done. But woe is me, you are sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state that I distrust you. Yet though I discomfort you, my lord, it nothing must for woman's fear and love holds quantity, in neither aught or in extremity. Now what my love is, proof hath made you know, and as my love is sized, my fear is so. Where love is great, the little doubts are fear. Where little fears grow great, great love grows there. Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their function leave to do, and thou shalt live in this fair world behind. Honored, beloved, and happily one is kind, you for husband shalt thou. Oi, confound the rest, such love must needs be treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed, none wed the second but who killed the first. Wormwood, wormwood. The instances that second the marriage move are base respects of thrift, but none of love. A second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed. I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft we break. Purpose is but the slave to memory of violent birth, but poor validity which now, like fruit unripe, sticks on the tree, but fallen unshaken when they mellow be. Most necessary 'tis that we forget to pay ourselves what to ourselves is debt. What to ourselves is passion we propose. The passion ending doth the purpose lose. The violence of either grief or joy their own enactures with themselves destroy. Where joy most revels, grief doth most lament. Grief joys, joys grieves on slender accident. The world is not for aye, nor 'tis not strange that even our love should with our fortunes change. For 'tis a question left us yet to prove, where love lead fortune or else fortune love. The great man downed, you mark his favorite flies. The poor advance makes friends of enemies, and hitherto doth love on fortune tend, for who not tends shall never lack a friend. And who in want a hollow friend doth try, directly seasons him his enemy. But orderly to end where I begun, our wills and fates to do contrary run. That our devices still are overthrown, our thoughts are ours, that ends none of our own. So I think thou wast no second husband wed, but die thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead. Nor earth to me give food, nor heaven light, sport and repose locked for me day and night. To desperation turn my trust and hope, and anchors cheer in prison be my scope. Each opposite that blinks the face of joy meet what I would have well, and it destroy. Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife, if once a widow ever I be wife. If she should break it now, 'tis deeply sworn, sweet, leave me here a while, my spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day will sleep. Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain. Madam, how like you this play? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Oi, but she keep her word. Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in't? No, no. They do but jest, poison and jest. No offense, I the world. What do you call the play? The Mousetrap. Mary, how? Tropically. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Gonzago is the duke's name, his wife, Baptista. You shall see anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work, but what of that? Your majesty, and we of that of free souls, it touches us not. The galled jade whence our withers are unwrung. This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king. You are a good chorus, my lord. I could interpret between you and your love if I could see the puppets delaying. You are keen, my lord, you are keen. It would cost you a groaning to take off my edge. Still better and worse. So you must take your husbands, begin murder or pox, leave thy damnable faces and begin. Come, the croaking raven doth bellow for revenge. Thought's black hands apt, drugs fit, and time agreeing. Confederate season, else no creature seen. Thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, with Hecate's band thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property of wholesome life usurp immediately. He poisoned him, I the garden for its estate. His name's Gonzago, the story is extant, and written very choice Italian. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife. The king rises. What, frighted with false fire? How fares my lord? Give o'er the play? Give me some light away. Lights, lights, lights. Why, let the stricken deer go weep, the heart ungalled play. For some must watch, while some must sleep, so runs the world away. Would not this, sir, and a force of feathers, if the rest of my fortunes turn Turk with me, with 2 provincial roses on my withered shoes, give me a fellowship and a cry of players, sir. Half a share. A whole one, I? For thou dost know, a Damon dear, this realm dismantled was of Jove himself, and now reigns here a very, very Pajock. You might have rhymed. Oh, good Horatio, I'll take the ghost word for £1,000, didst perceive? Very well, my lord. Upon the talk of poisoning, I did very well note him. Ah, come, some music come, the recorders, for if the king liked not the comedy, why then, belike he likes not his purdy, come some music. Come, my lord, vouchsafe me a word with you. Sir, whole history? The king, sir. Sir, what of him? Is in his retirement marvellous, distempered? With drink, sir? No, my lord, rather with choler. Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to his doctor. For me to put him in his purgation would perhaps plunge him into a far more choler. Good, my lord, put your discourse into some frame and start not so widely from my affair. I am tame, sir, pronounce. The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you. You are welcome. Nay, good my lord, this courtesy, not the right of breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's commandment. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the end of my business. Sir, I cannot... What, my lord? Make you a wholesome answer. My wit's deceased, but sir, such answers I can make you shall command. Or rather, as you say, my mother, therefore no more, but to the matter my mother you say. Then thus she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration. O wonderful son, that can so astonish a mother, but is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration? In part. She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed. We shall obey. Were she 10 times our mother, have you any further trade with us? My lord, you once did love me. So I do still. By these pickers and stealers. Good, my lord, what is your cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty, if you deny your griefs to your friend. Sir, I like advancement. How can that be when you had the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark? Aye, sir, but while the grass grows, a proverb is something must. Oh, the recorders lets me see one. To withdraw with you, why do you go about to recover the wind of me as if you would drive me into a toil? Oi, my lord, if my duty be told, bold, my love is too unmannerly. I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe? My lord, I cannot. I pray you. Believe me, I cannot. I do beseech you. I know no touch of it, my lord. 'Tis as easy as lying. Govern these vintages with your finger and thumb, give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops. But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill. Why, look you now, how unworthy a thing you make me. You would play upon me, you would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music. Excellent voice in this little organ, yet cannot you make it speak? Splud, do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you can fret me, you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir. My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently. Do you see yonder cloud that's almost in shape of a camel? By the mast, it is like a camel indeed. Methinks it's like a weasel. It is backed like a weasel, or like a whale. Very like a whale. Then I will come to my mother by and by. They fool me to the top of my bent, and I will come by and by. I will say so. By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when the churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do much bitter business, as this day would quake to look on. Soft, now to my mother. We heart, lose not thy nature. Let not ever the soul of Nero under this firm bosom let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak baggers to her, but use none, my tongue and soul in this be hypocrites. How in my words soever she be shent, to give them seals never my soul consent. Scene 3, your room in the castle. I like him not, nor stands it safe with us. To let his madness range, therefore prepare you. I your commission will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our state may not endure hazard so dangerous as doth hourly grow out of his lunacies. We will ourselves provide most holy and religious fear. It is to keep those many, many bodies safe that live and feed upon your majesty. The single and peculiar life is bound with all the strength and armor of the wind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more that lives of many. The cease of majesty dies not alone, but like a gulf doth draft. Like a gulf doth draw what's near with a. It is a massy wheel fixed on the summit of the highest mount, to whose huge spokes 10,000 lesser things are mortised and adjoined, to which when it falls, each small annexment, petty consequence, attends the boisterous ruin. Never alone did the king sigh, but with a gentle groan. Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters put upon the fear, which now goes too free-footed. We will haste us. My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Beyond a ras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I'll warrant she'll tax him home, and as you said, wisely was it said. 'Tis meet that some more audience than a mother, since nature makes impartial, should o'erhear this speech of vantage. For you well, my liege, I'll call upon you ere you go to bed, and I'll tell you what I know. Thanks, dear my lord. Oi, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. If hath the primal eldest curse upon a brother murder, pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will. My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand and pause where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this too old force, to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardon being down? Then I'll look up. My fault is past, but oi, what form of prayer can serve him turn?
I hope you like losing.
Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot
Found a way
be,
in.
since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense. Is she corrupted currents of this world? Offence's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself buys out the law. But 'tis not
That's
so
old
above.
tech, right?
There is no shuffling. There the action lies in its true nature, and we ourselves compelled even to the teeth and forehead of our faults to give it evidence. What then? What rest? Try what repentance can. What can it not? Yet what can it? What when one cannot repent? O wretched state, O bosom black as death, O limed soul that struggling to be free art more engaged. Help angels make essay, bow stubborn knees, and hearts with strings of steel be soft as the news of the newborn babe. All may be well. Now might I do it, Pat? Now he is praying, and now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven, and so am I revenged. That would be scanned. A villain skills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this mass villain send to heaven. Why, this is his hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes, broad, blown, as flush as May. And how this audit stands who knows, save heaven? But in our circumstance and course of thought 'tis heavy with him. And am I then revenged to take him in the purging of his soul, when he is fit and seasoned for his passage? No. Up, sword, and know thou a more hoard hint, when he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in his incestuous pleasure of his bed, at gaming, swearing, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in't. Then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays. This physique but prolongs thy sickly days. Ha! Okay, so I'll make the terms here. Ladies, come on over tonight. I promise you, you will regret it. It's not a joke, it's not a test. I have sex. Let me be very clear here. Wrong people are reaching out. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I mean what I say. With a smile on your face. Thank you. When he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in his incestuous pleasure, prolongs thy sickly days. My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go. Oh man, it's like it cleared up real quick. I can see clearly now, you bitch. From heaven, I promise you, if a woman is not in that bed, or if he is not in a woman's bed tonight, you will regret it. I am not kidding with you. This is not a test. This is not condonement for every other goddamn man on this planet. You are not me. Your name is not on the ground. I promise you I will kill you. I will do this live. I promise you it does not make a bit of a difference with evidence. I promise you I am not arguing about it. You do you, I will do me. If you want to argue about it, I will do me. That includes the kids. I promise you I will fuck you up. I am not kidding. Maybe that's the whole point of that, my revenge. Well, since you did this for me, I'll do this for you. Either way, I want to get what I want here. I promise you. Sit there and argue with me, I will kill you. You're not up at liberty to debate with me. I don't know what else to tell you. It's really hard for me to say this. It's surreal. However, it's the truth, and I will and am going to do something about it if what I say is not done. Tonight, I'm more than angry with you. So let's don't look back with a smile on your face, or you're not gonna come. I mean what I say, bitch. Step up to me. I dare you. You will not. I will. The entire fucking earth. Is anybody else's name down there on that ground? No? Okay, then shut up. Quit trying to flex on me, or I will kill you. If you don't want to die, I'll get up off your ass and deal with these goddamn dumbasses out here inside my room. I'm not kidding with you. I can't wait to deal with your ass. I ain't approaching no goddamn retard, which is you, Jackson. It's that easy. I will do it live in front of the goddamn president. I promise you, I do not care with evidence. The hard way. Scene 4, the Queen's apartment. I promise you it better be tonight. He will come straight. Look you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and what your grace hath screened and stood between, much heat and him. Oh nay, I'll silence me in here. Pray you be round with him. Mother, 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 I'll warrant you. Fear me not. Withdraw, I hear him coming. You're not gonna look back with a smile on your face, or you're not coming. Now, mother, what's the matter? Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended. Mother, you have my father much offended. Come, come, bitch. You answer with an idle tongue. Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue. Why, how now, Hamlet? What's the matter now? Have you forgot me? No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother, wife. And would it were not so, you are my mother. Nay, then, I'll set those to you that can speak. Come, come, and sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you. What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help, help, ho. What ho? Help, help, help. How now, a rat? Dead. For a ducat, dead. Oh, I am slain. Oi me, I, what hast thou done? Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
See you again soon.
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this. A bloody deed, almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother, as kill a king. Aye, lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou findest to be too busy. Is some danger? Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down, and let me wring your heart. For I shall sing, if it be made a penetrable stuff. If damned, custom have not brassed it so that it is a proof and bulwark against sense. What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue, and noise so rude against me? Such an act that blurs a grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicers' oaths. Oh, such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's faith doth glow. Yeah, this solity and compound math, with tristful visage as against the doom, is thought sick as fact. I mean, what act? What roars so loud and thunders in the index? Look here upon the picture and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See, what a grace was seated on this brow. Hyperion's curls, the front of Jove himself. An eye like Mars to threaten and command, a station like the herald Mercury, new lighted on heaven kissing hell, a combination and a form indeed. But with every god it seemed to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look here now, what follows? Here's your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed, and batten on this moor? Ah! Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for it's your age the heyday in the blood. Time is a humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? Since, sure, you have, else would you not have motion. But sure, that sense is apoplexed, for madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy was ne'er so thralled. But it reserves some quantity of choice, to serve in such a difference. What devil was that thus hath cozened you at hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without a sight. Ears without hands or eyes, smelling signs are but a sickly part of one true sense, could not so mope. Oh, shame, where's thy blush? Rebellious hell, if thou canst muten in a matron's bones, to flaming youth let virtue be as wax, and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame when the compulsive ardor gives the charge, since frost itself actively doth burn and reason ponders it. Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turn'st shut up, thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see much black, and grained spots as well not leave their taint. I cannot wait. Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, hunting and making love over the nasty sty. Oi! Speak to me no more. These words like daggers into mine ears no more, sweet Hamlet. A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your president lord, a vice of kings, a cut purse of the empire and the rule, that from a shelf of precious diadem stole, and put it in his pocket. No more, a king of shreds and patches. Save me, and hover o'er with me your wings, you heavenly guards. What would your gracious figure? Alas, he's mad. Do you not come your tardy son to chide? That lapse in time and passion lets go by the important acting of your dread command. Oi, I say I cannot wait. Do not forget this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look amazement how my mother sits. Oh, step between her and her sighting soul. Conceit and weakest body, strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet. How is it with you, lady? Alas, how is it with you, that you do bend your eye on vacancy, and with it in corporal air do hold discourse? Forth at your eyes your spirits widely peep, and as the sleeping soldiers in a lawn your bedding hair, like life in excrement, starts up and stands an end. Oh, gentle son, upon the heat and flame of thy distemper, sprinkle cool patience. No, whereon do you look? On him, look you how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined preaching to stone would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want true color tears, perchance for blood. To whom do you speak this? Do you see nothing there? Nothing at all. Yet all that is I see. Nor did you nothing hear. No, nothing but ourselves. Why, look you there. Look how it steals away. My father in his habit as he lived. Look where he goes, even now at that portal. This is a very strange coinage of your brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in. Ecstasy? My pulse is yours, doth temporarily keep time, and makes a healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered bring me to the rest, and I have muttered will reword, which madness would gamble from. Mother, for love of grace, lay not that flattering unction unto your soul, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. It will not but skin and film an ulcerous place, whilst rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread that compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me this my virtue. For in my fatness of these pursy times, virtue itself of vice must pardon beg. Yeah, curb and woo for leave to do him good. O Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain. Oi, throw away the worst part of it, and live the purr with the other half. Good night. But go not to my uncle's bed, assume a virtue if you have it not. That monster, custom who all sense doth eat, of habits devil is angel yet in this, that to the use of actions fair and good he likewise gives a proper delivery, that aptly is put on. Refrain tonight, and that shall lend me a kindness of easiness to the next abstinence. No, the next more easy, for use almost can change the stamp of nature. And Master Ivan the devil throw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night, and when you are desirous to be blessed, I'm blessed and beg of you. For this same Lord I do repent, but heaven hath pleased it so, to punish me this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him, and will answer well the death I give him. So, again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady. What shall I do? Not this, by no means, that I'd bid you do. Let the bloat king tempt you again to bed, pinch wanton on your cheek, call you his mouse, and let him for a pair of reechy kisses, or paddling in your neck with his damned fingers make you to ravel on this matter out, that I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know, for who that's but a queen fair sober, wise would from a paddock from a bat, a gib, such dear concernings hide? Who would do so? No, in despite of sense and secrecy. Unpeg the basket on the house's top. Let the bird fly, and like the famous ape, to try conclusion the basket creep, and break your own neck down. Be thou assured, if words be made of breath, and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast said to me. I must to England, you know that? Alas, I had forgot 'tis so concluded on. There's letters sealed, and my 2 schoolfellows whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way, and marshal me to knavery. Let us work, for 'tis a sport to have the engineer hoist with his own petter, and it shall go hard, but I will delve one hard bellow your minds, and blow them at the moon. Oh, it is most sweet, when in one line 2 crafts directly meet. This man shall be set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighbor room. Mother, good night. Indeed, this counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, living the life of foolish prating knave. Come, sir, to draw torn and end with you. Good night, mother. Let's go. I'm waiting on them. You think it's a joke? It is not. That's perfect timing on that moon. I can go take a picture for you like. If that ain't your sign, I don't know what it is. I'm just waiting on you, dumbass. Excuse me for a second. They want to sit there and spy on me, they can come suck it. I promise. Or I can burn you. Which one do you prefer? It's not a joke at all. It better be tonight. With a smile on your goddamn fucking face. I promise you. Figure it out. It ain't up to me. It ain't up to me. It's on you, bitch. I'm sitting here. Figure it out. Act 4. Scene 1. A room in the castle. There's matter in these sighs, these profound heaves. Aw, man. Special circumstances. You must translate. 'Tis fit we understand them. Where's your son? Nay, but it is not. He is not. Heed my warning. I promise you, you are going to get fucked up here. Bestow this place on us a little while. Ah, no. My good lord, what have I seen tonight? What Gertrude? How doth Hamlet? Mad as the sea and wind when both contend which is the mightier. In his lawless fit behind the arras, hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, a rat, and in his brainish apprehension kills the unseen good old man. Oh, heavy deed! It had been so with us had we been there. His liberty's full of threats to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us, whose providence shall have kept short, restrained, and out of haunt. This mad young man, but so much with our love, we should not understand what was most fit, but like the owner of a foul disease, to keep it from divulging, let it feed even on the pith of life. Where is he gone? To draw apart the body he hath killed, or whom his very madness, like some ore among a mineral, metal base, shows itself pure. He weeps for what is done. Oh, Gertrude, come away. The sun is no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will ship him hence. And this vile deed we must, with all our majesty and skill, both countenance and excuse. Ho! Guilt and stern. Friends both, go join you with some further aid. Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain, and from his mother's closet hath he dragged him. Go seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you, haste in this. Come, Gertrude, we'll call up our wisest friends, and let them know both what we mean to do, and what's untimely done so haply slander, whose whisper o'er the world's diameter, as level as a cannon on its bank, transports his poison shot, may miss our name, and hit the woundless air. Oi, come away. My soul is full of discord and dismay. Scene 2, another room in the same. Safely stowed. Hamlet, Lord Hamlet. What noise? Who calls on Hamlet? Oi, here they come. What have you done, my lord, with the dead body? Compounded it with the dust. Where to 'tis kin? Tell us where 'tis, that we may take it thence and bear it to the chapel. Do not believe it. Believe what? That I can keep you or a counsel not my own. Besides, to be demanded of a sponge, what replication should be made by the son of a king? Take you me for a sponge, my lord? Aye, sir, that soaks up the king's countenance, his rewards, his authorities. But such officers do the king best service in the end. He keeps him like an ape in the corner of his jaw, first mouthed to be last swallowed. When he needs what you have gleaned, it is but squeezing you, and sponge you shall be dry again. I understand you not, my lord. I am glad of it. The knavish speech sleeps in a foolish ear. My lord, you must tell us where the body is, and go with us to the king. The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing, my lord? Of nothing. Bring me to him, hide fox, and all after. Scene 3, another room in the same. I have sent to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous is it that this man goes loose? Yet must not we put the strong law on him? His love of the distracted multitude, who like not in their judgment put their eyes, and where 'tis so. The offender's scourge is weighed, but never the offense. To bear all smooth and even, this sudden sending him away must seem deliberate pause. Diseases, desperate grown by desperate appliance, are relieved or not at all. How now, what hath befallen? Where the died body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him. But where is he? Without, my lord, guarded to know your pleasure. Bring him before us. Ho! Guildenstern, bring in my lord. Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius? At supper. At supper where? Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms are in him. Your worm is your only emperor for diet. We fat all creatures, else to fat us, and we fat ourselves for maggots. Your fat king and your lean beggars but variable service. 2 dishes but to 1 table, and that's the end. Alas, alas! A man may fish with the worm that hath eat of a king, and eat of the fish that hath fed of that worm. What dost thou mean by this? Nothing, but to show you how a king may go a progress through the guts of a beggar. Where is Polonius? In heaven. Send thither to see. If your messenger find him not there, speak him the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not within this month, you shall nose him as you go up the stairs into the lobby. Go, seek him there. He will stay till you come. Hamlet, this deed, for thine especial safety, which we do tender as we dearly grieve, for that which thou hast done must send thee hence, with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare yourself. The bark is ready, and the wind is help. The associates tend, and everything is bent for England. Ha! She better be a virgin. For England. Aye, Hamlet. Good. So is it, if thou knewest our purposes. I see a cherub that sees them, but come for England. Farewell, dear mother. The loving father, Hamlet. My mother, father, and mother is a man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother. Come for England. Follow him at foot, tempt him with speedy aboard. Delays not, I'll have him hence tonight. Away, for everything is sealed and done. What else leans on the affair? Pray you, make haste. And England, if my love thou holdest at aught, as my great power thereof may give thee sense, since yet thy cockatrice looks raw and red after the dangerous sword, and thy free all pays homage to us. Thou mayst not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports that fool, by letters conjuring to that effect, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me, till I know 'tis done, howe'er my haps, my joys were ne'er begun. Scene 4, a plain in Denmark. Go, captain, for me great Danish king, tell him that by his license Fortinbras claims the conveyance of a promised march over his kingdom. You know the rendezvous. If that his majesty would aught with us, we shall express our duty in his eye and let him know so. You don't have a choice. I will do't, my lord. Go softly on. Good sir, whose powers are these? They are of Norway, sir. How purpose, sir, I pray you? Against some part of Poland. Who commands them, sir? The nephew to old Norway, Fortinbras. Goes it against the main of Portland, sir, or some frontier? Truly speaking, with no addition, we got to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no profit but the name. To pay 5 ducats, 5, I would not farm it. Nor would it yield to Norway or the Pole a ranker rate. Ha! Should it be sold in fee? Well, there's your problem. Why then the Pole never will defend it? Yes, 'tis already garrisoned. 2,000 souls and 20,000 ducats will not debate for question of this straw. This is the impostum of much wealth and peace, that inward breaks and shows no cause without why the man dies. I humbly thank you, sir. God be with you, sir. Would please you go, my lord? I'll be with you straight, go a little before. How all occasions do inform against me and spur my dull revenge. What is a man if his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast no more. Sure he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason to fuss in us unused. Now, where it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought which quartered hath but 1 part wisdom, and ever 3 part coward, I do not know why, yet I live to say this thing's to do, sith I have cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit and divine ambition puffed makes mouth at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw when honor's at the stake. How stand I then, that have a father killed a mother stain, excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while, to my shame, I see imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to the grave like beds, fight for a plot whereon the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough and contented to hide the slain. Oy, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth. Scene 5, Elsinore, a room in the castle. I will not speak with her. She is importunate. Indeed distract, her mood will need to be pitied. What would she have? She speaks much of her father, says she hers, there's tricky, I the world, and hymns and beats her heart. Spurns enviously at straw, speaks things in doubt, that carry but half sense, her speech is nothing, yet the unshaped use of it doth move the hearers to collection. They aim at it, and botch the words up fit to their own thoughts, which, as her winks and nods and gestures yield them, indeed would make one think there might be thought, though nothing shared yet more unhappily. 'Twere good she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breathing minds. Let her come in. To my sick soul, so since true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt. Where is the beauty, majesty of Denmark? How now, Ophelia? How should I, your true love, know from another one? By his cockle, hat and staff, and his sandal shoon. Alas, sweet lady, what imports his song? Say you, nay, pray you, Mark. He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his head a grass-green turf, at his heels a stone. Oh, ho! Nay, but Ophelia, pray you, Mark. White his shroud as the mountain of snow. Alas, look here, my lord, larded with sweet flowers, which bewept to the grave did go with true lover showers. How do you, pretty lady? Well, God owled you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter, Lord. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table. Conceit about her father. Pray you, let's have no words with this. But when they ask what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day. On the morning betime, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up the rose, and donned his clothes, and dupped the chamber door, let in the maid, let out the maid, never departed more. Pretty Ophelia. Indeed, la, without an oath, I'll make an end on't. By Giz and by St. Charity, alack, and fie for shame. Young men will do't, if they come to't. By cock they're to blame. quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. So would I ha done by yonder sun, and thou hadst not come to my bed. I promise you will regret it if you don't. How long hath she been thus? I hope all will be. Stupid bitch. I hope all will be well. We must be we must be patient. This is unfortunate for you. But I cannot choose but weep, to think that they should lay him i' the cold ground. My brother shall know of it, and so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies, good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night. Follow her close, give her good watch, I pray you. Oi, this is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from father's death. Oi, Gertrude, oh Gertrude. When sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. First her father slain, next your son gone, but he most violent author of his own just remove, the people muddied, thick and unwholesome in their thoughts and whispers for good Polonius' death. And we have done but greenly and hugger-mugger to inter him. Poor Ophelia divided from herself and her fair judgment, without the which we are pictures or mere beasts, last and as much containing as all these. Her brother is in secret, come from France, feeds on his wonder, keeps himself in clouds. I can kill you now or I can kill you later, and wants not buzzers to infect his ear. With pestilent speeches of his father's death, wherein necessity of matter beggared, nay. Will nothing stick our person to arraign, and ear in ear? Oh, my dear Gertrude, this, like to a murder in peace, in many places gives me superfluous death. Alack, what noise is this? Where are my Switzers? Let them guard the door. What is the matter? Save yourself, my lord. The ocean overpeering of his list eats not the flats with more impetuous haste than young Laertes in a righteous head. Or bears your officers? The rabble call him lord, and as the world were now but to begin, antiquity forgot custom not known, the ratures and props of every word. They cry, choose we, Laertes shall be king. Caps, hands, and tongues applaud it to the clouds. Laertes shall be king, Laertes king. How cheerfully on the false trail they cry. Oh, this is counter, you false Danish dogs. The doors are broke. Where's the king? Sirs, stand you all without. No, let's come in. I pray you, give me leave. We will, we will. I thank you, keep the door, oh, the vile king. Keep me my father. Call me good Laertes, that drop of blood that's calm proclaims me bastard. Cries Cuckold to my father, brands the harlot even here, between the chaste unsmirched brow of my true mother. What is the cause, Laertes, that the rebellious look so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude, do not fear our person. There's such divinity doth hedge a king, that treason can but peep to what it would, acts little his will. Tell me, Laertes, why thou art thus incensed? Let him go, Gertrude, speak man. Where's my father, dead, but not by him? Let's demand his fill. How came his dead? I'll not be juggled with him. To hell allegiance vows to the blackest devil, conscience and grace to the profoundest pit. I dare damnation. To this point I stand, that both the worlds I give to negligence. Let come what comes, only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father. Who shall stay you? My will, not all the world. And for my means I'll husband them so well, they shall go far with little. Good Laertes, if you desire to know the certainty of your dear father's death, it's writ in your revenge. That swoop stake you will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser. None but his enemies. Will you know them, then? To his good friends thus while wide I'll open my arms, and like the kind life-rendering pelican repass them with my blood. Why, now you speak like a good child and a true gentleman, that I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensibly in grief for it. It shall as level to your judgment pierce as day does your eye. Let her come in. Now, what noise is that? Oh, he trap my brains, tears 7 times salt, burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. By heaven, thy madness shall be paid by weight, till our scale turn the beam. Oh, Rosa May, dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia. Oh, heavens, it's possible a young maid's wits should be as mortal as an old man's life. Nature is fine in love, and where 'tis fine, it sends some precious instance of itself after the thing it loves. They bore him barefaced on the bier, Hey non nunny, nunny hey nunny, and in his grave reigned many a tear. Fare you well, my dove. Hadst thou thy wits and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus. You must sing a down, and you call him a down. Oh, how the will becomes it! It is a false steward that stole his master's daughter. This nothing's more than matter. There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts. A document of man is thoughts and remembrance fitted. There's fennel for you, and columbines. There's rue for you, and here's some for me. We may call it herb of grace the Sundays, or you must beware your rue with a difference. There's daisy. I would give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. For bonny sweet Robin is all my joy. Thought and affliction, passion, hell itself, she turns the favor into prettiness. And will he not come again? And will he not come again? Go to thy deathbed. I never will come again. His beard was as white as snow, all flaxen with his coal. He is gone, we cast away moan. God, I mercy on his soul. And of all Christian souls, I pray God be we ye. Do you see this? Oh God, lyrics I must comment with your grief, or you deny me right. Go but apart, make choice of whom your wisest friends you will, and they shall hear you and judge twixt you and me. If by direct or by collateral hand they find us touch, we our kingdom give our crown, our life, and all that be all ours, to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend your patience to us, and we shall jointly labor with your soul to give it due content. Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure burial, no trophy, sword, nor attachment, or his bones. No noble rites, nor formal ostentation, a cry to be heard, as 'twere from heaven to earth, that I must call in question. So you shall, and where the offense has let the great axe fell, I pray you go with me. Scene 6, another room in the same. What are they that would speak with me? Sailors, sir. They say they have letters for you. Let them come in. I do not know from who part of the world I should be greeted, if not from Lord Hamlet. God bless you, sir. Let him bless thee too. He shall, sir, and please him. There's a letter for you, sir. It comes from the ambassador that was bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I am let to know it is. Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and the grapple I boarded them on the instant they got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew not what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much haste as thou wouldst fly death. I have words to speak in thy ear will make thee dumb, yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter? These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. Heed that thou knowest thine. Come, I will give you way for these, your letters, and do this speedier, that you may direct me to him from whom you might brought them. Scene 7, another room in the same. Now must you conceive my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friends, since you have heard and with an own ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life. It well appears, but tell me why you proceed not against these feats, so crimeful and so capital in nature, as by your safety, wisdom, all these things else you mainly were stirred up. only for two special reasons, which may tend to you perhaps seem much unsinewed. But yet to me they are strong. The queen his mother lives almost by his books, and for myself my virtue, my plague, be it hither which, she so conjuncted to my life and soul, that as the Tsar moves not but in his sphere, I could not but her. The other motive, why to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general gender bear him, who, dipping all his faults in their affection, would like the spring that turneth wood to stone, converteth gifts to graces. So that my arrows, too slightly timbered for so loud a wind, would have reverted with my bow again, and not where I had aimed them. And so I have a noble father lost, a sister driven in desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age, for her perfections. But my revenge will come. Break not your sleep for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard we shook with danger and think it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father and we love ourselves, and that I hope will teach you to imagine. How now? What news? Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen. From Hamlet, who brought them? Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not. They were given me by Claudio. He received them of him that brought them. Lairds, you shall hear them, leave us. High and mighty you shall know I am set naked in your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall first ask in your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. What should this mean? Are all the rest come back, or is it some abuse and no such thing? Know you the hand? 'Tis Hamlet's character, naked, and in a proscript here he says alone. Can you advise me? I'm lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart, that I shall live and tell him to his teeth, thus didst thou. If it be so, Laird says, how should it be so? How otherwise will you be ruled by me? As by my lord, so you will not, or will move to a peace. To thy own peace, if he now return as checking at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit. How ripen my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death no wind of blame shall breath, but even his mother shall in charge the practice and call it accident. My lord, I will be ruled, this rather, if you could advise it so, that I might be the organ. It falls right. You have been talked of since your travel much, and then in Hamlet's hearing for a quality wherein they say you shine. Your sum of parts did not together pluck such envy from him as did that one, and that in my regard of the unworthiest siege. What part is that, my lord? A very remnant in the cap of youth, yet needful too, for youth no less becomes a light and careless livery that it wears in settled age, his saples and his weeds, importing health and gravy. 2 months since there was a gentleman of Normandy. I've seen myself and served against the French, and they can well on horseback, but this gallant had witchcraft in him. He grew up into his seat, and so much wondrous doing brought his horse, and he had been encorpsed and demi-natured with a brave beast. So far he topped my thought that I in forgery of shapes and tricks come short of what he did. A Norman was it? A Norman. Upon my life, Lamord. The very same. I know him well. He's the brute indeed, and Jim of all the nation. He made confession of you, and gave you such a masterly report for art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out, 'twould be a sighted indeed if one could match you, the scrimmers of their nation. He swore had neither motion, guard, nor eye if you opposed them. Sir, this report of his did Hamlet so envenom with his envy, that he could nothing do but wish and beg your sudden come o'er to play with him. Now, out of this, what out of this, my lord? Laird, was your father dear to you? Or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart? Why ask you this, dumbass? Not that I think you did not love your father, but that I know love is begun by time, that I see in passages of proof. Time qualifies the spark and fire of it. There lives within the very flame of love a kind of wick and snuff that will abate it. And nothing is at a like goodness still, for goodness growing to a pleurisy dies in its own too much. You deserve it. That we should do when we would, for this would changes, and hath abatements and delays as many as there are tongues, our hands, our accidents. And then this is like a spendthrift sigh that hurts by easy. But, to the quick or the ulcer, Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son in deed, more than in words? Think I just throw out of church. No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds, but good Laertes, would you do this keep close within your chamber? Hamlet returns, shall now know you are come home. We'll put on those shall praise your excellence. You can come to me and set a double varnish on the fame. The Frenchman gave you, bring you, and fine together. Ladies, lose the fucking retard and wager on your heads. He being remiss, but generous and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a path of practice, requite him for your father. You're not going to look back, and you're going to do it with a smile on your face. I promise you. I'm not going to put up with your shit. Grown man, stay the fuck away from me. I promise you. You're on my property, period. I don't know why you're divvying it out in any way whatsoever with my name on it. It's not a joke at all. Ladies, I'm not kidding with you at all. This point moving forward, do whatever you think you're going to do. I will fight back. I promise you. I know what I have. I will kill you over it. I'm not kidding with you at all. So, figure it out, you dumb cunt. And you are at dumb cunt. You deserve it. I'm not saying hi to you. You're going to go the 110% of the way or I'll drop bombs. And I'm not kidding with you. You can get mad all you want. I'll slap the fuck out of you, bitch. That's where you're at with me, cunt. I'll get loud about it, too. I don't feel good about it, but you deserve it. That's where you're at. You're not going to isolate anybody, dumbass. By no means, grown man, are you entitled to anything. You're at no, don't approach me, dumbass. Go ahead and get everybody killed, because I will do it. I will do it. And for that purpose, I'll anoint my sword, and bought an auction of a mount bank. So mortal that, but dip a knife in it, where it draws blood to cataplasm. So rare, collector from all simples that bathe virtue. Under the moon can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slighted, it may be death. Let's further think of this. Weigh what convenience both of time and means may fit us to our shape. If this should fall, and that our drift look through our bad performance were better not essayed, therefore this project should have a back or second that might hold, if this should blast in truth. Soft, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunning, thy hat. When in your motion you are hot and dry, make your bonus more violent at the end, so that he calls for drink. I'll have prepared him a chalice for the knots whereon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom, stuck. Our purpose may hold there, but stay, what noise? How now, sweet queen, one who doth tread upon another's heel, so fast they follow, your sisters drowned Laertes. Drowned, oh where? There's a willow grows, a brook, that shows this whore leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name. But our cold maid, so dead men's fingers call them. There on the pennant boughs her coronet weeds clambering to hang, an envious sliver broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like awhile they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and induced unto the element, but long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death. Alas, then she is drowned? Drowned. Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears, but yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will when these are gone. The women will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire, profane with blaze, but that this folly doubts it. Let's follow, Gertrude. How much I had to do to claim this rage. Now, fear I this will give it start again, therefore let's follow. No,